frosty, cold, Game of Thrones, winter is coming. Dan, I mean, you could see that he's a man who's very stressed right now, and he's obviously not in a good mood following the defeat.
No, he looks like a man feeling the heat just in that interview alone. And I think even before the game, or may have been after the game, so apologies for not being certain, but he kind of started that it's us against the world type. And I just thought that's very early on to be doing that this season. It's kind of that siege mentality already. Are things really that bad that you have to kind of make the narrative that everyone's digging us out and, we need to be united, et cetera, et cetera. For a club like Arsenal to be doing that so early on in the season is surprising. But I think the most surprising thing from the outside looking in is that he's been there nearly 2 years now. And yeah, okay, they've won the FA Cup, but they haven't really done anything significant. I still don't know what they're trying to be. What is his plan? What does he want them to play like? Is it 4 at the back, 5 at the back? What is it? I don't know. And for a club that are as big as Arsenal to be happy with how, well, they're obviously not happy with how things are going, and I wouldn't want to see him sacked, but any other manager at one of those top 6 sides, if they were to kind of manage that mediocrity for 2 years, I don't think they'd be in a job personally, but that's just my opinion.
James, I mean, he's saying they're missing 9 senior players. Okay, I understand that. I mean, you're playing against the European champions. They just won the Super Cup as well. They had a great opening day victory in the London derby against Palace. They've just signed Romelu Lukaku, one of the best strikers in the world. So I understand. But Brentford, a championship team last season, that can't be excused, can it? Even if you're missing players?
No, I think, all Arsenal fans looked at this Chelsea game, looked at the Man City game and thought, okay, that's going to be tough, whatever the circumstances. But I think that made the Brentford game all the more important. And the fact that Arsenal really didn't compete in that particular game is a real concern. I think Arteta's slightly overselling it as well with 9 players. I think realistically, you're probably looking at 5, maybe 6 starting players. It's half a team. It makes a difference. And if you look at the players who are missing, Gabriel, White, Partey, Aubameyang and Lacazette have not yet started a game. It is the spine of the team. It is the heart of the team, certainly in those central areas of the pitch. And Arsenal are suffering for not having them. But you would like to think, as Dan says, after 2 years, there would be enough structure, enough shape, enough of a plan that even with those changes in personnel, you can still see an identity. You can still discern what this team are trying to do. It's not always clear, as Dan says. And I think that is on Mikel Arteta. And the owners will give him more time because they've just invested an awful lot of money in him and his squad and his plans for the future. But the fans, their frustration is palpable and their patience is wearing thin. And I think from that perspective, he really needs to start picking up results as soon as possible.